everyone. I'm Joe.
Des.
And welcome back to another episode of This Square Room. Des, what's going on? How are you doing?
Chilling like a villain, drinking penicillin.
Drinking penicillin?
You know what? I just always needed something to rhyme. So when I was a kid, I always said it. So now I feel like I have to just continue saying it. Like, I know it's not the right thing to say, but, you know, sometimes you just say things to say things.
You couldn't think of another word that rhymed with villain or chillin'?
Okay, go ahead. Chilling like a villain, drinking.
You don't have to say drinking, though.
But you're chilling. So when you chill, you're usually like, yeah, I'm chilling, you know, drinking something. When you chill, you have like a cup of water, a cup of juice,
Not
a cup
always.
of alcohol, wine, something.
Anyways.
How are you,
Before
Jojo?
Thank you for asking.
Shucks.
I am terrible. No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
I was
Okay.
like, oh, okay.
All right.
All right. Well,
It's been like, no, I'm actually good. Like, the weather's been nice.
Okay.
It's been kind of rainy, but like, it's been like hot here.
ugh, disgusting.
I prefer it though.
Most people do. There's a lady I saw outside, like I was walking and she was at the bus stop and she was just like, she wasn't old. She may be like 40s. And I'm like, oh, don't worry, this is nothing. And she started laughing. And like 2 minutes later, she's like wiping her forehead. Like she looked like she was dying. I'm like, she looked African, so I assume she was from like Eritrea. Is that what they're called?
Eritrea's a clothing store.
Oh.
Eritrea?
There you go. That's the one.
Or I think some of them pronounce it Eritrea, but
Yeah,
I don't have the accent.
That's where she's from.
How do you know?
That's what she looked like.
She looked Eritrean
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
She looked Eritrean too. Eritrea used to like carry like all like the TNA stuff.
I know it's a store, but when you said it was a store,
You thought the store was named after the country?
No, I just don't know how to pronounce the country. So you know when you just give up and you're used to giving up.
To be fair, I guess if you don't know how to pronounce it, it's close enough.
Yeah. Like there's people's name at work. Like I don't pronounce their name because you have to say it with an accent, and I feel racist saying it.
You can say like
I call them by like their last name or something easier, but I will never say their actual name because I feel racist.
You don't like give them like a super whitewashed nickname, do you?
No.
Like if they have like some like Punjabi name and you're just like John? Like,
no, that's crazy. Okay. Unless like in the Punjabi name it sounds like John.
No. Like it's like if they like oversimplify it, so it's like John. It's like a stretch to get there.
No.
And because I always feel bad when people with like very ethnic sounding names have to like water it down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm like, yeah, it may take a second. Like, oh, I'm not used to pronouncing that type of name or it's a little tricky, but like you can get it.
Yeah, like if my name is Francois, like you better pronounce it like Francois. Like don't Francois. Ugh.
Anyways,
God.
Well, no, because then like I don't think you need to put on an accent to say someone's name the way they want it to be said.
If where you're from, saying your name, you have to roll the R, and somebody's saying it.
Some
and not
people
rolling
physically
the R.
can't roll their
That's
R's.
what I'm saying. I don't even try.
You?
Oh fuck no! Only when I'm being weird.
Which is all the time, so you can.
I have a question for you. So
I didn't consent.
Oh, sorry. Do I have your permission to ask you a question? Do I have your permission? Can I have your permission? Can I have it?
Fine.
Okay. So, hypothetical situation. You might have been
the answer's no. I don't know. Go ahead.
That could have been the right answer.
It could have. I don't know.
So, my girlfriend was watching a podcast and she paused it.
Was it This Square Room?
It wasn't, which is super annoying.
Wow.
Haters are gonna hate. She doesn't like to see me on camera.
Why?
Because she feels like the things that I talk about, like because she personally knows it gets her riled up sometimes.
I thought she used to watch.
She did, and exactly, it used to get her riled up.
For her own well-being, she had to step away.
Yeah, like she listens and watches here and there, and like every time we record, she'd be like, "Oh, what'd you guys talk about today?" I'll be like, "Go watch it."
Right, you want to know?
Yeah,
go watch thisquareroom.com.
So let's say you and your significant other go on a trip.
Okay, where?
Overseas. Where do you want to go?
Ooh, like dream destination or like just like any old
just
place?
Like just a vacation.
Somewhere hot. Just anywhere? Okay, let's say like Mexico.
Okay.
Because it's just like whatever.
So you went to Mexico.
Yeah.
And you're now coming back.
Sorry, not that Mexico's just whatevs, but like I've been there before. So it's like, you know.
Been there, done that.
Listen, I don't want the cholas and cholos to come for me,
Fact.
okay?
So you guys are on your way to the airport.
This is on our way there?
Leaving.
Okay.
Leaving Mexico, coming back home.
Okay.
You're on your way to the airport.
Wait. Why are we so stupid? You said overseas. Mexico's not overseas.
Well, it depends on which way the plane takes.
Des, we're in North America.
I know, I understand.
So
but
is Mexico.
if they go east to go south, or they go west,
I'm not taking a million layovers just to get to Mexico.
Hey man. Okay, so let's say
Australia.
Why would you go that far?
And also, I really want to go to Australia,
but why would you bring
bugs.
the hypothetical that far?
Okay.
You can't
Portugal. That's still kind of far. You want it closer?
Yeah.
What's the distance of the flight? We're talking like a 2-hour flight, a 4-hour flight?
Between 3 to 6 hours. Jesus Christ. What a hypothetical situation, guys.
I gotta think. Okay, what about Cuba? Because I've never been to Cuba before, but it's also just I feel like it's on par with Mexico in terms of destinations. Overseas. But it's overseas, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are coming back from Cuba. You're running a little bit late, but your spouse is like...
Why are we running late?
Just lineups in the airport and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, we're already at
the airport on
time.
Things are just now you gotta go to your gate.
We gotta hustle.
But your spouse is like, hey, I want to stop at Starbucks and get a drink, and you're like, we don't have time.
Leaving them.
And Joe, can I get there? And you're like, we don't have time, but they insist. So they go, but you go to the gate. So now they're like, hey, final call for Joe and Thomas,
Thomas.
What's his name?
The tank engine?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. That's crazy that you knew that.
I don't like him.
Really? I love him.
His little clay face is so creepy. I'm sure I have it somewhere in my kitchen. I had this Thomas the Tank Engine bowl. I think my ADHD is really flared up today, if you can't tell. I can't focus on anything.
No, it's okay.
But I never liked and the show, and then it got even creepier when they remade him for the kids.
HD crazy, yeah, it was nuts.
But even back in the day, as a child, it would. I don't know other names. I just know Thomas, and I know when I see his face, channel change, TV off, bedtime, whatever it is. I don't fuck with him.
It was just the eyes moving side to side.
It's the whole face. Because honestly, trains are kind of fucking cool, but not those ones.
No, I like those ones are cool.
No,
you just haven't watched it.
No.
What do you want to call him? Since you don't like Thomas,
we can call him Tomas because he's
Did
I meet him in
from
Cuba?
Cuba, yeah.
That's not a Cuban name. Okay.
So Tomas.
Okay, no, because every time you say
I will.
Let's call him Darian.
Okay.
I thought Darien Lakes. Six Flags.
No problem. In my head, I'm like, ghetto.
No, it's the lake.
No, I believe you.
Darren then?
Darren.
Make it a little more white.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
So Darren decides he's
I can't hang with a Darian?
No. So you message him. No, you call him and you're like, hey, we gotta board this flight now. And he's like, oh, sorry for the hold up. There's a bit of a line, but I'm almost at the front. And they're like, ma'am, it's either you get on this plane or you don't. What do you do?
All right. Is this what we... Also, can you turn off the fan?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I'm like, what is this noise? Thank you.
I didn't even hear nothing.
Everyone listening is probably just like, oh, my God.
That sounds so much better.
Yeah, sorry, y'all. Blame Des.
My bad.
Because while I was thinking, I'm like, what is going on in my head right now?
Now it sounds so quiet. That's crazy.
Yeah. There's what I like. There's the morally right thing to do and the actual right thing to do.
Okay, now let's break them both down because I agree with you.
Can I tell you genuinely, there is nobody that I know and would travel with those two things together. There's nobody that I know and would travel with that would
put you in that situation.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I was hesitant to even ask you the question because I already know. Like, no.
You know my people. You've traveled with my people. We're where we need to be when we need to be there. And like, no one for a Starbucks coffee. Go on the plane and ask them for coffee. Although I heard you shouldn't because like the water.
Yeah.
But like, if you know what I mean. If you're in the line, if
you know, Starbucks people are like, Starbucks.
Yeah, but like if you think you can swing it, okay. But once I call you,
that was like a drug thing. I just want to be clear. That was like a drug twitch. Just to be clear. Not that I'm on drugs or do drugs. I'm just saying like that's what the twitch.
You don't
was.
do drugs?
Joe, what were you saying?
Do you want to clarify so people aren't assuming?
I do not partake in. Actually, I take Advil sometimes and Tylenol, and those are technically drugs. And my doctor just prescribed me drugs to go to.
And cannabis.
Huh? No, I don't eat candy.
It's legal. Why are you being sketchy?
And cannabis recreationally.
Oh, did you forget that it was legal?
For a quick second, yes. Yes, I thought you were trying to like.
Oh, that means you still acquire it illegally.
No. I get it from the store because they have dispensaries now where you have to show your ID. Always go with the dispensary.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like drugs.
Yeah.
You're not on like opioids that I know of.
No, I don't think so.
You don't know what an opioid is.
No, I don't. But I don't think I'm on it.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like weird because like I can't imagine like even if it was me, it's like okay, like maybe I can squeeze it, and if the person's like it's now or never, leave the fucking line. Even if you already paid, leave. It's a flight versus at most. I mean, Starbucks can be expensive. What, a $7 coffee? Like it's $7. Like, be reasonable.
So, what's your moral answer and your actual answer?
The moral answer is, especially if it's my partner, you're gonna be like, okay, like I'm not gonna board. I'm gonna wait for them.
Okay.
Like that's the
moral answer.
That's the partner thing to do.
Okay.
But like logistically, I'm at the gate. I'm here. I'm on time. Because if it was a different scenario and like one person, like we have an event, like we're local, we're at home, have to go somewhere, and someone and like you know the cab is here and it's gonna leave, and if you don't come down now, the cab is gone. And we're definitely and you are still not ready. You're gonna be a few more minutes. Okay, I'll meet you there. Like get your own. I'll meet you there. Like you know.
Okay, so
like what?
My girlfriend's answer is that. She would wait. My answer is I'm leaving. I'm getting on that plane and I'm leaving. So we then ask my son, who's 15, what he would do if it was him and his girlfriend. And without hesitation, he said, I'd wait. I said, nigga, what? And he's like, yeah, I'd wait, whatever. And I'm like, whatever? Why we spending money to buy 2 plane tickets instead of 1? Because you needed your coffee. You didn't care about me. You didn't care that we were running late. That you didn't care. You needed your coffee. But I must care. It's not like I'm not going to leave the next airport without you. I'm going to sit there and wait and find out when the next flight is and stuff like that. We can talk, figure it out. Hey, am I going home and the flight's in the morning? Like whatever the case is. But if you didn't care enough to be like, let me leave this line and get on this plane because that's more important. Why would I care if you don't?
There's also other factors though. Like you said, like talking about like booking another flight, booking 2 versus 1. It's like, what type of coverage do we have? Can we like, is it covered? Like, so, you know?
And the reason why I think she asked me is because we were almost in that situation coming back from Jamaica after the funeral.
Oh, really?
So when we got to baggage and all that stuff, I was mad overweight. Like I came back with alcohol. So
interesting.
So I was mad.
Interesting that Deswayne came back with mad alcohol, yet he comes here empty-handed. Not even an apology lasagna. Wow. It's okay, y'all. He must have forgotten it, right? I'm talking like a kids television show thing because I really got to dumb it down, not for y'all, the audience, but for me, because I need to process what my dear friend, one of my best friends, is saying right now. What did you bring back?
You know when you tell stories and as you're telling
you talk too much and you realize you told on yourself.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing you do with a parent. And you're like, oh my God. And then now you're getting a lecture.
Yep.
But now I see. Listen, I don't have any kids, but like parenthood, y'all. Am I right?
So then that took a while. So by the time we got through baggage and everything else, and we wanted to stop at duty free.
Oh, you didn't even get duty free alcohol. You just bought it local and stuffed it in your suitcase and didn't bring me anything. Okay.
Yeah. So when we got to duty free, we looked at the time and we're like, we literally can't even get anything because we gotta go. So we start going towards the airplane, and she's like, okay, like I'm kind of hungry. I want to grab something, like just a patty or something. Okay, fine. We got 2 vouchers because our flight was canceled before.
Yes, you had mentioned.
Yeah. So we got vouchers which came with food. So we're like, yeah, let's use these vouchers now.
Might
so
as well.
I go in the line and I get patties and drinks for us. But then she wanted food. So she's like, okay, let me go to this restaurant and see. She went to the restaurant, and the time that it would take, we don't have that time. So now she went to, it wasn't Starbucks. I want to say like a Dairy Queen or something.
Okay.
But she was just getting something. And it was right beside our gate.
Dairy Queen is all the way in Jamaica?
I want to say it was Dairy Queen, but I don't know. I really don't remember what it was. But it wasn't the initial restaurant she wanted.
Right.
So...
Also, yeah, aside from like their ice cream, no one's like, oh, I'm craving a Dairy Queen burger.
You know what? I had a burger today. It wasn't that bad.
From Dairy Queen?
Yeah. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would have been.
I haven't had a Dairy Queen burger since high school because there was one like near our school. And like they were fine, but I can't even like remember.
It's nothing to brag about, but it wasn't like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it was right beside our gate. So I look at our gate and it's empty. And I'm like, hey, you guys boarded? And she's like, yeah, we're just waiting for 2 people.
You guys?
So I'm like,
wait. Oh, your son didn't go back with you?
No.
He stayed the extra days?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, oh, what are their names? Said our names.
Why would you ask that question when you know this is my flight? They're waiting on 2 people.
I know that. I just want to hear it so that when I tell her, I can say they said our names. I got to do it the way I got to do it.
You don't have to do it that way.
I got to do it that way.
You like making your life more difficult.
I like making sure that when I'm right, you're like, hey, did you call? Did
they
call us? You
pull your binder full of evidence.
Well, Sarah did call us 3 times.
Not Sarah. You got her name too?
Yeah. Her name was actually Sarah. For real.
I never met a Jamaican Sarah.
She wasn't Jamaican. She was in Jamaica, but she wasn't Jamaican.
What was she?
I didn't ask. But she didn't look Jamaican. She didn't talk patois. Like, she was just like, Sarah.
Okay.
So, Sarah
Ann?
That was good because that would be her name. So she's like, yeah, I'm waiting for these 2 people. I'm like, what are their names? She said their names. She's like, we paged them twice already and we can't wait any longer. I said, oh, that's me. She said, okay. Go. I said, oh, but my girlfriend's in the line. She's like, sir, it's either you give me your thing, let me scan it, and you call her, or you might both get left. And I was like, yo, they're scanning my passport right now. You better come. And she was like, okay. Like, you know, I'm trying to get them to hurry up and blah, 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 blah.
No, at this point.
So I had
You didn't hear me.
I had to show Sarah, like, Sarah, that girl, that's my girlfriend right there. She's literally right there.
Oh, you could see her.
Yeah, we're right beside the gate. That's the only thing I personally believe that saved her from not getting left.
So she was like, oh shit, it's real. She could see that
exactly.
you were born. You wanna?
Did I ever?
Des.
Please.
You're not wrong,
Please.
But you're wrong. Like, you know, it's like the moral thing versus
because the moral thing would be for you not to even got in that line. So why do I have to be moral, but you're not?
Well, here's the thing, because we're talking about what's moral on the person who has the option to board or stay, but what about the person, like, you know what I mean? Especially if it's over a coffee.
So what are your morals? Your morals are getting the...
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, morally, like, you're going to make someone miss their flight for a coffee?
Because at first when she joined the line, I had lost my headphones down there, and I was going to buy new headphones at the airport. So I'm in the line or at the kiosk looking at headphones. Oh, how much is this one? What does this one do? Can I see this one? And that's when I looked over at our gate, and I'm like, ain't nobody there. Threw me for a loop.
You love saying
it all
that.
week. I've been saying it all week. I love it.
Ever since last week's episode where I said the balling it up threw me for a loop, Des has been going on a loop-de-loop.
I love it.
Why? It's not the first time you've heard that.
But it's when you hear something like so old school that like it just makes you smile.
Is that old school?
Like I was talking to a guy at work last year, 100%. A guy at work last year, and he used the word whippersnapper. And I lost it. But he is kind of old. But the fact that you're still using it, I loved it. I love every moment of it.
I can't do it. But when you say whippersnapper, I feel like you got to do that like the
like Stewie?
Yeah. With like the slight little whistle.
Whipped cream. Yeah, I can't do it. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
But like I feel like that just adds a little spice that you need, you know?
So you're with me in terms of you might have to get left. For a coffee.
I am. But also, I think if I was put in that position...
You wouldn't leave.
I think if we were going, for sure I wouldn't leave. Because it's like, oh, we're starting a vacation and there's going to be a whole fight.
Yeah.
Coming back, you might get left. I don't know.
Still, and I don't feel bad about it.
If it's something like that, if you're in the bathroom with diarrhea, travelers...
I'm not leaving you. That's different.
Like, something that you can't control. Or like your luggage broke and it burst open. And that stuff is like, I'm with you. Like, we in it together. Your luggage broke, our luggage broke. Like, you have diarrhea, we have diarrhea.
No. You do. You do. Not us. You do.
Well, like, I'm with you metaphorically, not in the stall, because I don't.
Yeah, and we're not doing that.
But I don't know. You want a coffee?
Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
It can't, and it won't.
It won't. Because that's selfish. Because
I know it's like a treat people the way you want to be treated. I know that I would never do that to someone.
Exactly.
So in my head, like for that reason, like it couldn't be.
I could be starving, and this could be the last meal for 16 hours. I'll be like, get on the plane. Let's go.
Stomach is growling.
Everything.
When you get on the plane, ask them for some crackers.
I'll figure it out. I'll go to sleep. I won't even notice.
Pay for a meal on the flight if you don't already have one.
Yep.
Depending on how long the flight is.
Yep. 3 to 6 hours.
Some of the 3-hour flights, they don't give you food. It depends.
Don't at all anymore.
No, because my flight to New York was like an hour and a half, and they brought out.
They gave you food?
Not food, snacks.
Oh, like
those like the Biscoff cookies or like
a drink. You got a drink too?
They offered. I didn't want one. I just want to sleep. But I did take the cookies and stuff them in my purse though. But the drink, you can't hold the drink and sleep. So I was like, no. But yeah, they came. So even though that was like an hour and a half, maybe even a little bit less.
No, I thought you meant food. I remember when they used to give food like on trips to Jamaica. Oh boy.
Yeah, Jamaica is what, like 4 or 5 hours.
4.5, 5 on bad wind.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like to flight like that they used to.
They don't anymore. Unless you order food. Cheap mother.
Interesting. Yeah, but now they're trying to make you pay for like carry-ons and shit too.
Everything.
Like I can't.
Yep.
I can't.
Yep.
I don't know if you've
been told. Sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know what you've been told.
Oh.
Embarrassing. No, I think I kind of told you this. But like I didn't tell them. I'm still on this. I'm still for you. I'm on the hunt, everyone, for just a really good strip club.
Yes.
And I was telling Des like this year I'd wanted to go to a strip club for years and I never have. I've been to like a strip show. It was like my friend's like bachelorette and like saw a lot more than I thought I would. No, because like those like it wasn't like a Thunder Down Under. It was like a lot more like.
What does that mean for people who don't know what that means, like me? A Thunder Down Under.
Thunder Down Under, Chippendales, like the Vegas show of like the men who take the like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, sorry. I only know Dancing Bear. Sorry.
What the fuck? What does that mean?
It's a porn thing.
No, but I'm just saying, like like the Chippendales, like they do like their like little sexy routines or whatever, but they're not like slinging dick.
Like a Magic Mike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Whereas this one was a little more ratchet. Like I saw peepees.
Peepees or dicks? Because remember we talked about the wording. and how the wording
Don't
matters.
scold me. Remember, we talked about this.
We did. You can't refer to every guy's penis as pee-pee. It's insulting.
Okay, if they're a stripper, then what is it? A dick?
It depends on what it looks like the length.
They didn't have it all the way out though. So like one of them had a cock sock on.
Okay, and
one of them he did the thing where like he like pulls it down and then he like whipped it out and then quickly like put it back. Yeah. The only one who there was one girl, so it was all men and there was one woman, and she got down into like a thong and like that's it. She was the most like exposed, but the rest of them were like mostly implied with like a little peekaboo penis here and there. Okay. Peekaboo penis.
So I'd say penis.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, penis is not dick. I know it's not cock.
I think the size goes like pee-pee, penis, dick, and then cock.
Some of them had dick, but also it's like if you're wearing a cock sock, like, is it like, can you like stuff it?
Technically, yeah.
Like, who knows how much true. Under there is you know?
Yeah, so that's why you guys didn't pull it all the way down. Yeah.
No, it's like a thing. Like he was wearing like almost like chaps, like he had like on like little boots or whatever. But then like over his penis, it was just kind of like hanging there. He was wearing camo. I remember it like it was yesterday. I can tell. No, he wasn't like anything. But it was just like it was a lot. He was wearing a crop top.
Was it uncomfortable for you? You're like,
I mean, it wasn't my bachelorette, so like I enjoyed.
That everyone enjoyed it.
Yeah, like it was a good vibe. And then like a year or two later, some friends and I took another friend to a strip club. What was the one? I think it probably shut down. Was it like Zanzibar or something? The one downtown?
I think that's what it's called.
It was like the male strip club though.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, and so maybe I'm saying the wrong one, but like again on stage, like I think they do a little peekaboo penis as well. And then like we paid for our friend to go to the back and get a dance. And a stripper slapped my ass, and I did not like it because I did not consent. I didn't consent. I did not fucking consent. But aside from that, like those are my only strip club experiences. Like I never went to like a female strip club.
Do they wave their penis in your face?
No, but like I didn't. She went into the back room.
No, I mean like in front of everybody. Like, because for example, like strippers, like they'll dance on you a little bit to tease you in front of people and like keep it pushing. And like just go around.
Well, here's the thing: like we were like in the audience, and they were on a stage. Okay, and that club was quite small. Whereas the strip show, it was like at a venue with like a full stage. It was really really big. Yeah. And like tips started at $50. Like you want to go up to the stage and
I'll meet you guys outside.
But no. So this year I've been like on the hunt, and I did. I think there. So the first strip club I went to.
She said the first.
I've been to 4 so far this year.
Like 2024.
Mm-hmm. I'm on the hunt. I told you. I want ass and titties in my face. You know what I'm saying? No, but it's like, I don't know. I wanted to go to strip, just a good strip club, but like they're kind of hard to find. So like the first one I went to, it was okay. It was a decent first experience, but like the people I went with, or the person I went with, got a dance because I went with a guy. But, like, I couldn't get a dance for myself because they didn't do dances on women, which I thought was so weird. And, like, even one of the strippers, she was like, oh, yeah, like, it's weird. I don't know why this club does that. But they just think that, like, the money is in the men. So,
so why waste your time?
Have you ever seen lesbians?
Yes.
They can be aggressive.
I've seen.
It's Pride Month. I'm sorry. But, like, it's true. No. Yeah, so it's just like, okay. So that one was okay. And I noticed, like, a lot of strippers are lazy. And I think you think about, like, what you see on TV. And you're like, oh, those are the type of strippers I want. And that's what I want. But, like, a lot of them were just kind of, like, walking around and doing
their thing. Yeah, because they're lazy until they see you got the dollars. Now they're going to put energy into it.
There were a couple. No, because, like, they have their couple songs. And then they rotate them on the main stage. And then that shows off, like, hey, you want to, like, hire me for, like, your little private thing. There were only 2 that did, like, pole tricks and stuff. And I was like, okay. Like.
Cool.
No. They were good. But I'm like, compared to everyone else, I was like, what the hell? And then that was the first one. The next one I went to, again, like the girls were doing this. The girls were even lazier. They were prettier.
Even lazier.
No. So the first one was Montreal, right? Mm-hmm. And they were lazy. But like this one in Toronto was, it was Mississauga, GTA. They were They were prettier but lazier.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And then I went to 2 in New York City. And the first one, laziest.
No.
And I went to laziest. When lazy, lazier, laziest. You're going backwards. Right. And like, I went to one with like good reviews. And I was like, what the hell's going on here?
It's you.
Like, that one didn't even, like, their main stage didn't even have a pole. They were just kind of like doing like their little sitting exotic on the floor dances. And barely, but like a song would be playing and it's like upbeat and they're just like,
don't stop, get it.
No, but they're moving stop, like,
get it.
Yeah, it was so weird.
Maybe they're on drugs.
So I left that one and I'm like, find a different one, and I stopped at the door because they like the cover is crazy and it's like I don't want to keep paying all these prices if I'm not gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
So I talked to the doorman, the bouncer, and I'm like, listen,
buddy.
And I don't know the song, but like I think it's like a Sexy Red song. It was like playing on the inside and I was like, bow, 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 bow. So I was like, sir, is it like, are the girls good in there? He's like, yeah, they're good. I'm like, no, seriously. Like, I just came from one and like, I need you to be honest with me. Like, I know this is your job, but I need you to be honest. And he was like, yeah, trust me. I'm like, no, sir, I'm looking for bow, bow, bow. And he was like, they got bow, bow, bow. And they're like, we're at the door going bow, bow, bow at each other. And I'm like, all right. I go in. It was given bow.
Oh, I was going to say pew.
It was given bow.
Okay. Not bow,
not bow. And not bow, 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 but it's given bow. And I was like,
so this is best out of 4.
It's hard to rank them because like some are, so this one I made friends.
Oh, okay. So that's biased.
I made friends with the strippers. You know what I mean? Like
the fact that you can make friends with them is crazy.
What do you mean?
Like we should be busy bowing.
Right.
Yeah.
So one comes up to me and she's super pretty. We're friends on Instagram. Hey girl. I'm not joking.
No, I believe you.
She was like, it's a soul night. We're just talking. And then I was like, I'll take a little dance, like whatever. But like, we were literally just hanging out. And then like we went to the bar together. And then there was another stripper friend. And like, I was talking to her. And she was like, what did she say? She's like, oh, like, you need to like consider stripping too. And I was like, me?
Stop.
No, but she was like, oh, like you have a nice butt. And like a lot of girls pay for that. Like you get a lot of money for it. I was like, really? You think so? But then like she had to go because a guy was kind of like hugging up on her. She's like, oh, gotta make money. And I was like, yeah, do your thing. But like, it was cool because of the atmosphere. But like, I didn't see anything on the stage that impressed me.
Yeah.
But the girls were very pretty there.
You gotta...
the second one, the Toronto one, that's when I got my first dance.
Okay. I think you got to go to the ghetto
by a Colombian girl named Gigi. She was fucking hot. She was really pretty. But like I said, that was probably the prettiest girls.
And Saga.
Yeah. But, and I did tell you this. The thing that I couldn't get behind, and I guess they do this to men, but I was like, girl, please. That's why the one in New York, I'm like, I love that she was just talking to me like a person. Because Gigi, bless her, she was doing that like dirty talk. And she had like a little Colombian accent. It was cute, but she was like, I want you to touch me. I want you
like
to
Gloria
touch me so
from
bad.
Modern Family.
Sure. Is it that Sofia Vergara's character?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't watch Modern Family.
Neither do I.
Why would you quote it? Or why would you reference it?
Girlfriend watches it. So when you did the accent, that's the only thing that I could think of.
Yeah. Oh, I want you to touch me so bad. And I'm like, Gigi.
No. Stop.
Yeah.
Could you imagine she didn't sound like that in real life? You're laughing, but I'm serious.
I would be floored because
men like accents. They want to hear the Spanish.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
But like she was really pretty. Her skin was soft. Like it was a good little dance. But like that's what threw me off.
Like slap it or like.
At first I was shy, and then she's like, "Oh,
touch it."
Yeah. So then I did, but like,
was it like a pew or was it like a?
No, it was like a grab. What do you mean?
It was like
no, not like hard, but like firm. You know,
like
she's
I'm
talking
still
to grab
shy.
that. Yeah. No. I mean, yeah. Well, it's just like every time she spoke, I just kept laughing.
Yeah, understandable.
You know, whereas my second dance with my new friend in New York, there was no laughter. Because
it was
like,
more fun.
Yeah. It was more fun, but like it was like that like nervous laugh. But also I was just like, I can't fucking take you seriously with this. Yeah. So I'm on the hunt.
Do you want to go to one of the like ghetto ones? Where like,
I think I need to go to Atlanta.
Magic City.
I think like I want pretty girls who aren't lazy and aren't fucking weird. I don't want you to touch me. No, I don't want to fucking touch. Take my money and shake your ass.
That's crazy. But that's what they're there for.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, I don't do strip clubs, so no.
Why?
I'm not giving you my money to dance on me. No.
You're supporting someone's like financially. That's their job.
No, I understand. I don't go to everybody's occupation.
You won't go to a strip club, but you will download all the fucking free porn.
I don't download.
Or you just stream
anymore.
Yeah, I'm like, I used to. But you still have some of the downloaded ones.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
You still download. It's the same shit. I don't know, but
like you're gonna dance on me, and what does that do for me? Make me feel like, oh yeah, I'm a man. Let me throw some dollars on her.
Oh, Deswayne, I want you to touch me.
Ew. I was explaining to somebody at work, like,
you make me so horny. I want you to touch me.
No.
Do you want to touch?
ESL. That's what I want you to take. ESL.
I think we should go to strip club together.
We can, but I'm like,
you gotta get a dance.
I went to Jamaica.
I can't be the only one bowing in there. Come on.
I brought my cousins to a strip club because they wanted to go.
Rain. That's the other thing. I didn't have, when I was in the States, I didn't have ones on me. Mm-hmm. Y'all, we don't have $1 bills in Canada. No, I used to wonder, like, how does it work in Canadian strip clubs? You fucking chucking loonies at them? Like, we have like coins.
No, they you change your money, so they'll have dollar bills in American.
Well, we just gave like, if it's like 20 a song, we just got a bunch of 20s out. From the ATM.
In the ghetto ones, from what I see, I call them ghetto ones because it's ones.
But they make more money because of the exchange rate if they do it that way.
So they go and let's say you want 50s in ones. They'll give you $50 in ones, $100 in ones. And that's how you do it. So you feel like you're throwing a lot of money, but you already gave them your money. Yeah,
but then like with the exchange rate, they're making a lot of money off of you. Interesting. No, I in the one in the States, like I had cash, but it was like 20s and shit. And I was like, whatever. Like you can pay for dances, but I couldn't like make it rain.
So do you want to go to a strip club or you want to order a stripper?
I've ordered a stripper before. My friends and I, funny enough, we were in New York. Always New York.
Going to them.
For my friend's 25th birthday. And we got this stripper. And he came and he gave everyone a little dance, like one by one. And like, it was actually fucking hilarious. It was like a fun experience. So that wasn't like and so was a strip club. I'm not like going to get turned on. I'm not like, turn me on, Gigi. Like, no, that's not.
You're going for bow.
I'm just going to have a good time. Yeah. Yeah. But like, I would order a stripper too, but I think I want the strip club experience. Okay. And then
Okay, so
I would order a stripper for sure.
Let's say we'll do two.
Two strip clubs?
You find one and I find one, and we'll see which one is the better one.
Here's the thing. I've been on the hunt. I don't think
nothing. I know.
Yeah.
On my Instagram, I see all the people that I used to associate myself with, all at different strip clubs. So I'm like, I got a list I could just randomly ask people.
Oh.
That's why I said the ghetto ones seem like fun, because when they post, like, it's giving bow.
It is giving, because I know who you're talking about and I know what you're talking about, or at least one of them.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah.
And like, man, that's James.
Yeah.
But like,
that's one of them. But yeah.
If you listen to, what was it? Last week's episode, yeah. Man, Des isn't friends with him anymore, and we need strip clubs.
No, I can get some without James.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Like I know.
I'm like, sorry about the loss of your friendship, but we need
focus. We need to get this.
Okay, let's quickly do a listener question.
Yes.
If you're listening and you enjoy the podcast and you want to like chit chat with us a little more personally, if you have a question, a story, whatever it may be, you can go to thiscurryroom.com and write in. We love taking questions from the audience. We love hearing from you guys directly. So, if you're feeling up to it, if you're feeling froggy, jump.
Leap. It's leap. Feeling froggy, leap.
Jump. This week, Olivia says, "Hi, Joe and Des. I am so glad you guys are back."
Sorry.
Because
Olivia. It was a kid's show. Her name was Olivia, and that was her theme song. I have a cousin named Olivia, and every time I see her, I do that. Sorry, go ahead. I needed to get that out of my system. Sorry, go ahead, Olivia.
Sorry, I just caught a glimpse of what my face looked like. Oh, my God. I'm so glad you guys are back because I've had a story to share with you for a little while now. I'm a 24-year-old woman, and I was seeing a guy for a little over a month before I spent the night at his place. We hooked up, and things were great, but when we were hanging out on his bed, watching TV after, I felt a gush and realized that my period came. I knew I was cutting it close, but I still thought I had a day or two before it came, but obviously I was wrong. I looked over at him and he had actually fallen asleep, so I creeped out of bed and went to his bathroom that he shares with his roommate. I usually have a heavy flow and I had leaked through my underwear. I had spares in my bag since I'd planned to sleep over, but I didn't have any tampons or pads. I changed my underwear and wadded up some toilet paper and stuck it inside. I figured I could make it to morning and then head out early. However, when I went back to the bedroom, he was sitting there wide awake. It scared me. He was half awake and asked where I went. I told him I went to the bathroom and he told me to come back to bed. As he said it, he moved the sheets for me to climb in, and there was a big, bright red spot on his light gray bed sheets. I was mortified. He saw the look on my face and looked to where I was looking, and his jaw dropped. He was clearly appalled. I apologized a million times and told him I would wash and replace his sheets. He told me it was okay, but I was extremely embarrassed. I felt myself about to burst into tears. Oh, so I apologized one last time and grabbed my belongings and left before he could react. I blocked his number immediately.
No. Sorry, go ahead.
I blocked his number immediately and never spoke to him again, which sucks because I really liked him. But I let my embarrassment get the better of me and I acted like an asshole. This was about a month ago. I thought you guys might get a kick out of this story. Girl, if you don't go get your man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, please. I get it that, you didn't think it was coming. We're in the moment. I'm gonna be like, oh, my period should be coming soon. Let's not do it just in case. No, it's fine. You didn't bleed on him. And
even if you did, you weren't like...
It wasn't on purpose. You were like, I'm trying to get this nut. Fuck the blood. Like, it didn't cross your mind in that sense.
I think if you were on your period when you started, you should have warned him. But if it came while, because, like, if your period's, like, at the verge of, like, coming... And then you're at the verge of coming. No, but like, if it's like about to start and you have sex, it can actually kind of like stimulate things to start. So it's like, it happens. If he's, I don't want to be like toxic and be like a real man, but seriously, if he's a real man, he would be fine with it. Like, no.
Yeah. And when he said like at first, the same thing, like as you're talking, I'm picturing myself in the situation. And if I turn and saw blood, I would make a face too. But that's just naturally what I would do.
He was shocked.
Yeah, exactly. Because I didn't see that coming. Like, what happened? Like, whoa.
But not you grabbing your shit and
leaving,
girl.
running. You forgot your slipper. Like, hello.
Like, yes. Like the clock hit midnight and she said, gotta go. Gotta blast. No, Olivia, you need to unblock him.
Correct.
You need to send him a little message and be like, I'm so sorry. I was just very embarrassed. Like, just tell him the truth.
Yeah.
The truth will set you free, girl.
Like, we understand when you're embarrassed.
If he was telling you it's okay when you're like, I'll clean it up and whatever, like, he's probably just like, I get things happen.
Exactly.
Like, it's okay. It's
what I'm going to do now, I'm going to either ask you if you want a towel. Do you need anything? For all you know, he could have went and, brought you to the store to go get something if the stores were open at the time, or maybe he had something you could have used. Who knows?
And that's the thing. I think, like, you have to understand, right? Like, men or people with penises tend to not...
Penise. We prefer penise.
Shut up. Shut up. They tend to be a little grossed out because it's a bodily function that they know it's natural, but they can't relate, right?
Yeah.
So I know this is like an extreme example, but it's like if only men pooped and like women didn't ever experience what like shitting felt like, and then you saw him, like, you'd be like, oh my God, like, oh, like, I know it's natural for you, but like, that is disgusting.
Yeah.
But then, like, it's not enough to write someone off. Everyone does it. If he's gonna be with another woman, she's gonna do it too. Like, it's very natural. It happens. I have spent plenty a day, especially like, when I was a teenager, like you have the this situation where like you're not expecting your period, like her, and like it comes out and you're like, oh my God, or like, not me about to air out my business online. No, but what used to happen for me is on like day like 2, 3, where it's like at its heaviest, sometimes you think you're good and you go to sleep and you wake up and you're like, oh, I leaked through, and like that's when you're prepared. You know what happens to me? I get very like I don't feel well, my body's achy, I'm tired, and I have other people like friends, my mom, whatever, friends, family, be like, oh, like maybe it's your period. I'm like, no, and I'm like, oh, let me check, and like they can tell when my period's coming, and I'm like, I still forget, so like it's fine, girl.
Girlfriend literally like, hey Des, when's my period coming?
Yeah, and we know you like to keep track.
I do.
Weird.
One of my friends
but you don't just keep track of like the people that you're sleeping with, you'll keep track of anyone.
Yeah, I was just about to say, one of my friends, like,
I will never tell you when I have my period.
She called me one day and she was just, Des, like, something's wrong, like I've just been so sad, and like she's explained to me what's going on, and as she's explaining,
you pull up your calendar,
she's crying. I didn't do that yet. She's crying. And I'm like, why are you crying? She's like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know. Something is wrong, blah, blah, blah. Like, maybe I should go to the doctors. And then I pull up my calendar when she said go to the doctors. And I'm like, oh, your period's coming. And she's like, Des, no, it's not my period. Like, I don't like when men say that. I said, I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying it as a man. I'm saying it because I'm telling you your period should be here by tomorrow or the next day. And she's just like, honestly, I can't talk to you. Da, 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 da. And she was getting upset. Okay, no problem. I don't want to upset you anymore. Cry yourself to sleep.
2 days later.
Huh? In the morning. Guess who got their period? And I feel better. Oh, you feel better, do you? Oh, that's nice. I guess you were right. I knew I was right. Because around this time last month, you felt the same damn way. So that's one thing that I do like about when women...
For me, it's not emotional changes. It's like...
Body?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
girlfriend's
I feel
body
like more
changes.
like sick.
Yeah. It's when like girlfriend's
tired.
period's coming, I'm like, oh, you want to have sex because your period's coming. She's like, no, like I'm just horny.
Yeah,
like,
women get hornier when they're ovulating because their body wants to make a baby.
And that's how I know her period's coming.
Just like, that's why I have 2 children. But yes, that's Olivia, funny. Please message him. Get your man, girl. Yeah,
it's not. I know you're embarrassed, and of course you'd be embarrassed.
And this is the man telling you this.
Yeah, it's like when we reach a certain point, like if we're teenagers, we'd freak the fuck out and talk about you to all our friends and tell them you're the worst. But like when you grow up and you understand, like every woman has her period at some point. Well, hopefully has their period at some point. Then you learn that, you know, it's something they can't control. They can't be like, all right, I'm at his house and I don't have any tampons, so let me just cool it. It is what it is. You didn't have it in your purse. If you did, you would have shoved.
It's a thing nowadays. We're women. It's called free bleeding.
Olivia, thank you. Thank you so much for writing in. And yes, we are very happy that you wrote in. And
that's the correct response.
We're glad to hear from you.
Yes.
Just like you're glad to hear back from us. Joe.
No, we'll leave it there. Don't even say anything. Yes. And anyone else, it's thissquareroom.com. Feel free to write in. We love to hear from you. Des, now.
Yes.
Before you start.
I will wait.
Deswayne tends to be very long-winded.
I will not be.
Deswayne?
Yes.
You got 7 minutes.
Sorry. I'm so sorry for yelling. Okay. So
to conclude
everything, 7 minutes.
Commentary
I got
included.
It, but no, you're interrupting the 7 minutes now.
You got 6.5.
Okay, so about a month ago, I went to a sleep clinic because a lot of people.
You're talking so much faster than you usually do. It's so funny.
Because a lot of people tell me I have sleep apnea, which, if you don't know what sleep apnea is, it's when you are sleeping
and you die.
You snore very heavily, and you
stop breathing.
You stop breathing in your sleep. Whether it's for 5 seconds, whatever, but you stop bleeding. Look what you did.
Blame Olivia. I didn't do it.
You stop breathing.
And hey, she's sensitive about that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're right.
You're playing into your insecurities.
You're right.
Des.
It's Joe. My 6 minutes, Joe.
You're the one bullying Olivia right now.
See, guys. Look,
I am doing it on purpose. I am, because I know he's panicking because he's like, this is gonna be a 30-minute story.
I got it.
Des, breathe.
So that's what I don't do in my sleep. So I went to a sleep clinic. They hooked a whole bunch of wires to me, and they asked me questions, and then I go to sleep. Now, when they hook the wires up to me, they're like, okay, we're gonna shut off the lights, and then we'll monitor you from a different room. They shut off the lights. I fell asleep in 30 seconds.
Yeah, they put them like on your head, like your temples,
your arms, your legs, your chest.
Because they monitor not only the brain activity, but they monitor your body activity. Because you know some people are very like restless sleepers. Yeah. I've done 2 as well in my life, which is why I know this. But I'm just giving them more context. I'm not trying to take away from your time.
So I found out that in a 6-hour period, because I was there for 6 hours, I woke up 20 times.
Oh, because of the apnea.
Because of the apnea. Now 20 times in 6 hours. Per hour, when I slept on my stomach or on my side.
You slept on your stomach there?
Okay.
I feel like it's so uncomfortable.
I made it comfortable.
Because you can't like...
The wires.
Yeah.
Yep, I figured it out.
Interesting.
I stopped breathing 42 times.
On your stomach?
On my stomach or my side. 42 times per hour. I stopped breathing for 12 seconds. Every time. Around 12 seconds.
Wait, per hour?
Per hour. 42
so you
times
spent more time not breathing
than breathing. Now, on my back, ladies and gentlemen. On my back, Joe. I stopped breathing 95 times.
That's what I was going to say, because it's worse on your back.
95 times I stopped breathing per hour.
Anyone who like snores or anything like that, it's worse. Des.
Severe apnea is anything.
You need a CPAP machine.
I know. I just got prescribed one and sleeping pills. Baka.
You don't need that.
No, because the problem is on the nights that I don't work, I wake up at midnight and I can't go back to sleep until 6 a.m. And then that just throws off.
Why don't you just drug yourself again and sleep for like 3 days like you did last time?
Because then I'll miss work, which I've done before. Yeah.
Shout out to anyone who knows the reference to what I'm referring to. It was definitely on an episode.
So they were saying that severe sleep apnea is anything where you stop breathing 30 times. I'm at 95, Joe. What is that? That's past severe? You're dead. How are you alive? So he was saying that he's like, it's
by the grace of God.
He was like, it's concerning, obviously, but it's also very weird because you don't have any heart problems. You don't have any high blood pressure. Like your vitals are all like fine, but it should be skyrocketed.
They're fine when you're awake. The vitals are not fine when you're asleep.
95. I like when he said it, like I'm like, can I have the paper, please? Because I was so like amused by it. And like, it makes so much sense to me because when
you were amused,
I was amused. That means I stopped breathing for 12 seconds every minute and 50 seconds. That's crazy. That is I don't know if that's how someone stops breathing, but.
Well, you sound like you're gagging on a dick, but like.
Oh, that's what it sounds like? Oh. No, that's just, okay, got it. Go ahead. Yeah, so now I'm going to need the machine.
Well, so I was going to ask you, what has your girlfriend said? Like someone who like sleeps beside you.
Oh, she loves it. Like not she loves it. Sorry. Me snoring is like white noise to her. But at first it was, oh my God, I can't sleep with you. Like,
oh, she just got used to it.
Like now, if I'm not there, she feels like she needs to hear it.
Too silent.
Yeah. So she sleeps with the TV
She should take a recording so that when you're not there, she just.
That's true. So the fact that I have sleeping pills, she's very excited because I wake up in the middle of the night and leave the bed and like I'll go upstairs, I'll go outside to smoke. I'm just up.
To smoke what? Crack. Well, since you said you don't do cannabis, I'm trying to figure out what you're smoking.
It was the way you said crack.
Crack?
Like one of those kids who like are really against drugs. Do you do crack?
I am one of those kids who's really against drugs.
Me too.
Just say no.
No, all the time. Except for when you get prescribed sleeping pills. I'm very excited. And these ones, like, I don't have to swallow because
you told me. So that threw me for a loop because you told me that you said you have something to say about your like sleep clinic results, and you were very proud of yourself. I am very proud
of myself for still being alive.
That's the only thing you have to be proud about. Your body.
Continue, Joe. What about my body?
All your life you had to fight.
And he was asking me, he's like, how long have you like been snoring or having these problems? I'm like, I don't know, as long as I can remember. He's like, how long is that? I'm like, I don't know, since I was a teenager. I really don't know. Like, I've been snoring, like, I don't know, my son snores, my mom, like, I don't know.
Does.
The baby snores, like, I don't know what to tell you.
You're going to be hooked up to a machine, but you're probably going to get such a good sleep because, like, just the amount of, like, oxygen flow.
So he was asking me, like, how, like, when you wake up, are you restless? I'm like, I feel fine. Like,
you're gonna have to travel with it too.
I know that's gonna be crazy.
You're not going to. You're just gonna leave it.
I'm not. I'm probably gonna use it twice and be like, I'm not doing this.
I think your problem is like you don't go to bed. You just fall asleep. Like, like to use a machine, you gotta like. I'm going to climb into bed. I'm going to like turn this on.
Press this, put it on my face.
Put the mask, put it over. All right, let me get comfortable.
In that time, I will fall asleep.
Right. So it's just like, you're not, that's why I can see you not doing it. Not that I don't think you would like attempt, but like.
They said each time I woke up, it took me 8 seconds to go to sleep. Minus the one time that I woke up for a long time. That's what he was saying.
But that's the thing. So like, you don't really remember.
Going to sleep.
Waking up all these times.
No.
Because like your mind is still like
sleeping, yeah. So in the whole 6 hours, I hit REM 6 times.
That's pretty good.
That's what he said. He's like, that's
considering
like, that means you're in a deep sleep. Like you're not just like, oh, I'm sleeping. No, like you're out.
Like you know when they say like you fall asleep, like you fell.
Yeah,
like you
every time. Well, not every time.
Fell,
6 out of 20 times.
Yeah, because like I'm the opposite. I'm very hard to get into REM, even though I'm not fighting for my life every night.
He said, so when the lights out, because they call it lights out. So he's like, lights out, how long did it take you to fall asleep? I said, honestly, I just remember her closing the door and that was it. And he's like, yeah, that's about right. You fell asleep in 43 seconds. I'm like,
oh, so you lied.
A lot better than I thought.
Earlier you said 30.
That's what I thought. I thought it was 30.
Okay, man, I held out for an extra 13
Look
seconds.
at me go. I was proud of myself. Yeah. But
how low is the bar that you set for yourself? In hell?
You know why? Because when people describe it, I'm like, that's where I said it because of how people talk about it. So when I hear these results, I'm like, oh, 43 seconds? That's a long time.
I don't know. It's like a thing that guys do. Like men can just fall asleep so easily compared to women.
I feel like you guys have a lot on your mind all the time. So your brain is constantly going, even when, like, for us, we're just like, yeah, shut it off. Yeah,
I can't. And I think when I tell myself I'm going to shut it off,
that makes you think even more. Yeah.
My brain's like, actually, I have an alternative plan.
You forgot to put the chicken in the fridge.
No, it's not even shit like that. It's like, remember that time from high school that was super embarrassing? And like, oh yeah, you know, your mom, she's going to die. And then your dog is going to die too.
Oh my God.
I'm not joking.
And I know you're not joking. That's the worst part.
And I'm laying there.
And everybody's going to leave me.
Yeah. And like all your friends actually hate you. And like, they don't like
they're
hanging out with you. Like,
yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
And you're fat.
The way you like, oh yeah, and you could have said anything, but it's like the thoughts were done, and then the last thought that creeps in, like, oh yeah, and you have diabetes. Like, whoa. So and I'm laughing because like everything you're describing, that's the same thing like girlfriend tells me she goes through. She's like, oh, like I can't sleep. I'm like, why? She's like, you know how my brain goes. I'm like, go to sleep. Like, what are you talking about?
Women naturally, our brains are made to multitask more so than men, and I think it goes back to like just like an evolutionary thing, right? Like you guys are like very like focused, like hunt, kill, provide, whereas like we're just like, oh, like we got to make the dinner, but like we also got to take care of the baby and and do all these things at once. So like our brains just naturally do that. That's not to say that men can't multitask or women can't be simple, but it's like our
simple DNA kind of thing.
Just genetically, like.
So I don't know when I get this machine. They said it takes a while to come.
That was more than
that wasn't my fault. That wasn't my fault. You interrupted so many times.
I only added to the conversation.
According to the sleep clinic, you interrupted 43
every 12 seconds. Okay, so do we, as in the audience?
Oh, I'm looking around the room like, who's we? Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Do we get like once you get your CPAP machine, do we get like a picture of you all strapped up and ready to go to bed?
Yeah.
Do you own pajamas?
No, not one pair. when I went to the clinic and they said I wore track pants, and she's like, okay, get ready for bed. I'm like, I'm ready. The only thing I did was take off my socks because I can't sleep in socks.
Are you still like a sleep in old clothes type of sleeper, or do you sleep naked?
No, sleeping naked is weird to me. Like, ew, you're gross.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't do it. You know the best time to sleep naked is when it's hot and you come home and you're like tipsy and you just want the cold air on your body.
See, no, I don't know.
No, I'm not typically like a naked sleeper. I'll do like, like undergarments. Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was like, I don't want to say like panties, like, but like typically, well, I'll sleep in sweatpants. Like
I'll go boxers
I
or shorts, but
I like to be warm, so I'll sleep in a hoodie if I have to. If it's that serious.
Yeah, no, I won't. Like if I wear track pants, I pull it up like it's capris.
I think that you should get like a men's nightgown.
Okay.
Like Ebenezer Scrooge style, like,
okay.
and like with the nightcap as well, because you have to. Do you wrap your hair when you sleep? No. Do you wear a bonnet?
I sleep too bad because it always comes off. No, for
See,
real.
that's what I said. I'm like, I don't sleep with a bonnet because I don't want to wake up and it's on the pillow beside me looking at me and I'm looking at it like, hey, what are we doing here? Yep. Yeah. And I was told that's not very black girl of me, but like, what am I going to do? It is. But no, you get like your little silk bonnet. Does your cousin that you live with, he's a bonnet guy?
All the time.
See, I can see it.
All the time.
I can see
He's a bonnet, house slippers. One time I was having like a chill thing. Like my friends came over. We were chilling in the garage. I'm like, okay, let's go inside.
Oh, interesting. I never get an invite to,
they didn't get
to
an
hang
invite.
out. Oh, so I'll just show up then.
Yeah, but you have to show up on the right day.
Oh, I don't want to hang out with like anyone else.
When I'm in the right mood to answer the door.
Never.
Yeah. Like, hey, Des, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just sitting in the garage smoking. Oh, I'm pulling up. Like, okay, cool. You caught me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yes, you guys will get pictures when I do get
But I want the full dressing gown.
Everything. Yeah, no problem.
Little slippers.
Everything.
The hat. Okay, not the hat, because let's be honest.
The pants and the shirt.
No, I want the long
Oh, the long
gown.
Okay.
Like you're in
I have a robe, but you want a gown.
Like you're in
the hospital.
Like in the 1800s. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. I got you guys.
I feel like you would actually enjoy sleeping in that more so than like a pajama set, to be honest.
Probably.
Because any sort of like cultural garment where like the men are kind of wearing just kind of like open stuff, they're always like, yo, this is so much nicer.
I can believe that.
Yeah. So for that reason, I think you'd like it.
Yeah. Okay. I got you guys. I got you.
Did they give like a
time? Mm-hmm. I was afraid to ask. I was too excited about the sleeping pills. I've always wanted sleeping pills.
Did you fill that prescription already?
I tried to on my way here, but they didn't have it. So they're like, oh, try the Shoppers down the road. I'm like, oh, fine. So I'll
they didn't have it at all?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you for the update. Des, we will literally have you in our thoughts and prayers because...
Please, because that's crazy. If 30 is severe,
I wasn't expecting anything, but then when you said you were happy, I was like, okay. Like
I know, that's why I said it that way.
I know. Like I said, it threw me for a loop. I wasn't expecting it. But like, ooh, that's not good at all.
No.
Yikes.
That's scary.
All right. What?
Oh, my headphones like chipped out when you were laughing.
Oh, I was touching the...
It sounded super like... Yeah, never mind.
Anyways, you can follow the podcast at This Square Room on TikTok, on X, aka Twitter, on Instagram, everything. And then you can follow me at Jonel Wilson.
You can follow me at DesiD18 on Instagram.
Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next Tuesday.